2025 has already dropped some crazy releases, and I'm telling y'all some of these on this list are definitely gonna go ahead and shock you. So with that being said, stay tuned and watch this video throughout so you do not miss out on these hidden gems. But first off, we're gonna get straight into the video, and I do want to say this is my personal top 5 list, so I do want to kind of disclaim the fact that all these shoes on this list may not be your top 5, they may not be your top sneakers, but I will say that they have some validity because I have reviewed every single sneaker on this list, have done my due diligence and research. So with that being said, this is going to be a great top 5 list. As well, I will say all the sneakers will be linked in the description. So with that being said, if you do purchase, it does support the channel, so I greatly appreciate it. But let us go ahead and get into this video. And for this first sneaker, when I say the first sneaker, this is going to be number 5 on the list, and then we'll make our way to number 1. But number 5 on this list is going to be the pair that I believe is probably the most creative. Now, this pair right here is probably the most textured as well, and it's probably one of the most experimental Jordan lows that you will see this year, you guys. This one is a Zion Williamson collab. They had made an original pair, or the first pair came out in 2022, which had some more earthly tones, and I'm gonna do my due diligence and show you guys how it looks. But this one right here, I gotta say, is mismatched. It's rugged, it has that exposed stitching, frayed edges, earthly tones, and a handcrafted New Orleans inspired vibe that kind of makes it more like an art piece than a sneaker. Now, you don't wear these exactly to blend in, you kind of wear them to be like the whole statement piece of your outfit. So with that being said, these sneakers will definitely tell a story and will definitely be a conversation starter when you go ahead and wear them. So with that being said, if you want a sneaker that's going to be a very good sneaker in terms of the way it stands out, in terms of, you know, its uniqueness, this sneaker right here is going to be the one for you. And this is going to be the Zion Williamson collab with the Air Jordan 1 Low, and this is the Voodoo alternate colorway. Now with that being said, I have reviewed this sneaker, as I kind of saying before. This sneaker right here is really unique. I have done an in-depth review if you do want to check out the sneaker to its fullest and kind of see like the ins and outs, you know, the story behind it and the little details like that. But this is a sneaker, as you guys can see, the camera does not do it justice. I feel like when you have it in person, it has a whole different effect. But what I will say, if you are interested in purchasing, this sneaker is true to size, you guys. I was able to get it in my true size. The comfort isn't the best. For all my people out there looking for comfort, this is definitely more of a lifestyle sneaker where you don't have to really do too much walking. So yeah, this is the Jordan 1 Low Voodoo alternate. I believe it comes in at around 155, 165 for this sneaker right here. So the price point isn't bad, but I have been seeing resale go crazy. So if you can, check out the stores near you. Just search up this sneaker's name near me. You should be able to find a couple locations near you. Let us go ahead and get on to our 4th sneaker of this video. For our 4th sneaker, we're going to be talking about a sneaker that is more wearable than this past sneaker right here. So with that being said, we obviously know that last sneaker wasn't the most wearable because the colorways are kind of absurd and crazy, which kind of makes a sneaker that sneaker. But this sneaker is going to be more neutral and is much more, you know, simple to go ahead and dress with. So this sneaker right here that you are seeing is hands down the most everyday friendly sneaker on this list. It's very clean, it's familiar, the shape is great, the comfort is pretty solid, and the color blocking makes it stupid easy to throw on with some shorts, cargos, jeans, sweats, and you basically name it, you guys. This sneaker right here, I believe, is going to take my sneakerheads a little bit of time to get used to if you haven't already. But I just like the fact that the Jordan brand has came out and just given us a new model to kind of decide whether we do like it or not. But this is going to be a more budget-friendly pair that I see a lot of people maybe in schools or just those that are not as fortunate to go ahead and get that Air Jordan 4 Retro. I believe this is going to be a great option. The shoe comes in around 155 to 165, same price point as the other sneaker I just mentioned. But with that all being said, this sneaker right here brings a low-key retro feel without being too loud, and it fixes all the little issues people had with the bigger brother, which is the Jordan 4. Here we do have that Air Jordan 4 RM white cement. I did have the chance to go ahead and get these sneakers as well as some other 4 sneakers, which you will see coming up in this video. With that being said, but these are some great sneakers, you guys. I did review all these different sneakers. I believe at the time recording today is the 19th. I haven't released the Twaxi unreleased, but the time this video is out, the Taxi video should be out. But yeah, I did go ahead and really like this sneaker. This is my first ever time having a pair of RMs, and I gotta say the comfort is great, as you guys can see around the heel. And if I can kind of show you guys, but I will do my best in the B-roll, the padding around the tongue is amazing, and I feel like just around the whole shoe, it's very comfortable, very plush, felt very locked in, and the quality of materials feel pretty much great. And I want you guys to comment down below, are you still really accustomed to that Jordan 4, or would you go ahead and switch sides and try an RM? Let me know in the comments down below if you rock with the RM. That's my little spill on it. I like it. I feel like it's a great other option, because you know you can't go wrong with extra options. But that is going to be our number 4 Air Jordan 4 white cement. They are in version. But as we kind of get to number 3 is definitely gonna hit in terms of nostalgia. So if you want a nice sneaker that's gonna kind of bring back old memories, it's kind of gonna bring back old vibes, number 3 is going to be that pick. But let's go ahead and get to number 3. And before we get to number 3, leave a like on this video if you kind of feel like this video is impactful, very valuable, and it's kind of giving you guys great information on what your next pair could potentially be. Let's get to number 3, you guys. Number 3 is going to be a sneaker that kind of brings us back. And this sneaker right here is a recently released sneaker, and it kind of tributes to KD's story. You know, he went to school in Texas, and it kind of represents the mascot and everything he stood for when he was in Texas. But with this shoe right here, it is a retro model with one of the cleanest basketball designs ever. You got the strap across the top, sleek silhouette, and that early 2000s energy. This is a shoe that would want to make you hit those fadeaway shots even if you didn't have that skill. It's kind of like that Kobe animation people normally do when they shoot a shot. But with that being said, this shoe is definitely iconic and will definitely go down as one of the best in terms of basketball sneakers. This sneaker right here, the colorway is very bold, it's bright, and it screams school pride, and on foot these feel like a moment. They also do feel like a glove when you put them on, but this is the Nike KD4, and I cannot stress this enough, you guys. After having got this sneaker, I really wish I would have had this sneaker back in high school, even junior high. I feel like this is a great sneaker, but I would go ahead and hoop indoor with these shoes right here. I feel like it would just make it the best usage for it. I guess if you would want an outdoor pair, I would say maybe go for that Luka 4. Just because I feel like that shoe is more versatile when it comes to indoor and outdoor. But I feel like this shoe right here would be an amazing shoe in terms of your indoor needs. But this shoe right here is very great price. I think it's like $135, which is a steal that gives you very great performance. So if you want a nice shoe that's going to be very responsive, great traction, doesn't have the best comfort, but it fits like a glove. So it kind of is comfortable to a certain extent. But yeah, I would say if I wanted a basketball shoe and I was a point guard, or just somebody that wants to just be very agile and just move quick on a dime, these KD4s, any colorway would work. But that is the KD4 Longhorns. And if you think this one is gonna be good, wait and see. You see these top 2, so stay tuned. I'm telling you guys, the list is only gonna get better from here. So in that top 2, for number 2, we're first gonna talk about what I believe to be the most versatile performance basketball shoe that I have worn this year. It has pretty great comfort, it's breathable, you got great cushioning, and it's stable but still responsive, and the design actually works casually too. Now this is actually one of the shoes that doesn't look crazy until you put it on. Then you realize why hoopers do love this shoe. And if you want to be dropping 50 balls, 40 balls, and just all these different kind of crazy stats, just like the NBA player himself, cop you a pair of Jordan Luka 4s. These Luka 4s, I don't have them on hand currently, but I did have the chance to do a review, so you can definitely check it out, either up here or up here for the info card. But very great sneaker. The only critique that I did have about that sneaker is its comfort level, but then when you kind of pass on the comfort, you realize that it has good traction and it really does everything you're supposed to do at a really solid level. This shoe is another one of those budget basketball sneakers. I believe it is a little more than the KD4 Longhorns, but I could be wrong, but they're in the same price point. But Luka 4 can't go wrong. They have colorways still rolling out. This is the newest of the iterations. So if you do want to copy a Luka, link will be down below in the description, as well as all the other sneakers mentioned in this video. But let us go ahead and get on to this last pair. And in this last pair, this is going to be the one that really shocked me. So let's go ahead and get into it. My number one shoe of 2025 so far is a shoe that I've probably praised the most this year when it comes to all the hundreds of sneaker reviews that I have done on this channel. But the comfort with this shoe is unreal, the cushioning is elite, the design is aggressive and premium, and the performance is easily at the top of the signature lineup. Now this shoe right here had a crazy unboxing experience. I'll show you guys real briefly, but I feel like this shoe is just like none other that I have reviewed this year because of the whole experience with this shoe. I feel like the shoe itself is a very great shoe, but I feel like they definitely overcompensated with a great unboxing experience with like a bunch of personalization options and, you know, like books. I think they had stickers and just like a couple of other things that kind of made this shoe unique. But this is definitely indeed a recent release, and when I had got it in that Miami Twice colorway, they didn't have as many out, so make sure to check out all the different colorways, and I will do my best to show them in this video when I do edit it. But here you do have one of those rare shoes that works as a basketball shoe and also a lifestyle flex, and it kind of is a sneaker that makes people look twice even before you tell them what it is. But this is, you guys, the Nike Lebron 23. This shoe right here, it's kind of more on the heavier side, but you kind of get comfort with this shoe, you get the traction, and I feel like besides that weight, I feel like there's not really any other big, you know, major issues with this shoe right here. But, you know, LeBron, I feel like LeBron's always going to be supportive and really stable, so I feel like it really does kind of have to add the extra weight. But this is probably one of my best basketball shoes I have tried on this year. And with that being said, stay tapped in if you want a channel that's going to keep you updated with not only basketball shoes, but we do everything else on the channel. So that being said, hit the sub button if you do want to be updated with that type of information. But that is my top 5 best basketball shoes. I think we had a lot of picks for men, women. So yeah, let me know what you guys think is your top 5 in the comment section down below, and let us know why for each and every sneaker if you can. But I do want to say, you guys, I appreciate you for sticking through and watching this video this far through. And if you do kind of want to see what I have to offer you guys, I have a bunch of other best basketball shoes lists. I have other shoes on just other categories like lifestyle, everyday sneakers, things like that. So I really recommend click the playlist right here, where you'll get put on with a bunch of other list videos that I've made just like this one. I'll see you guys there.